An apocalyptic meet-cute and a secret child? Here's the timeless tale of how an A-list actor fell head over heels for a Doof Warrior. Before starting his career as a stunt performer, Ben Smith Peterson was a circus performer and flying trapeze teacher. He told Circus Arts Australia that he first started learning flying trapeze when he was 14 and growing up in Australia.
The more time I spent in there learning, that I got up to a certain point where it was clear that I could perform.
He eventually became adept enough that he started teaching classes. It was during one of those classes that he was first introduced to the idea of working in stunts. A stunt coordinator brought his kids to one of Smith Peterson's flying trapeze classes, and that ended up being the first stunt coordinator Smith Peterson worked for. Speaking of his experience with the circus, Smith Peterson said that although he hasn't performed in a circus show in several years, he still considers himself a circus guy, and what he learned in the circus influenced his movement and helped him in his work as a stuntman.
He's a stuntman who sings. He did ballet. He did trapeze. He danced as a kid. He's done lots.
Ben Smith Peterson did his first stunt work in 2011 on an episode of the TV show Wild Boys. His background in circus performance gave him a leg up in the stunt world, and he soon built up an impressive stunt resume. Some of his many credits include The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, Mad Max Fury Road, Triple Frontier, and The Suicide Squad. During a podcast interview with the Hoffman Institute, Smith Peterson opened up about what stunt work means to him. Although he said a lot of people assume working in stunts means you're fearless, that's not been the case in his experience. He explained, "I definitely have a lot of fear. I think that being a good stuntman is about being able to analyze a situation, a potentially dangerous situation, and kind of look at all the possible outcomes so that we can have a singular outcome, which is a safe stunt that tells the story and is as big as we possibly can do it."
It's good to not put people's lives in danger, I suppose, but also, man, it looks way cooler, when it's real.
Ben Smith Peterson is, of course, the husband of Riley Keough, who wrote an article sharing their love story with British Vogue. The pair originally met in Namibia while filming Mad Max Fury Road. Keough was playing the character Capable, while Smith Peterson was on the stunt crew, portraying one of the war boys. Not that one, this one.
Your husband was Doof Warrior.
But the pair didn't connect on any deeper level at the time. As Keough explained, she was already in a relationship, so there was nothing between them. But when the cast and crew reconvened in Australia for reshoots, sparks flew between the pair. After getting to know each other a little more on set, Keough recalled having the realization that she thought Smith Peterson was cute. She ended up inviting him to a friend's house for a small get-together they were having, and she said the pair really connected, saying, "It was such a fun night. A few of us went to one of the bays for a swim, and it was really magic. Americans don't really do things like that. It felt like a fun adventure." After just a week together, they didn't want to separate, and Keough postponed her trip back so that they could stay together longer. Smith Peterson has worked in the stunt industry for over a decade, but there are other sectors of entertainment that he's shown interest in. Like his wife, Smith Peterson seems to also have a talent for acting and music. He tried his hand at acting with a small part in the 2012 martial arts action film Agent Provocateur. He also popped up in the 2021 films Habit and Eileen Wuornos's American Boogie Woman, along with a few other projects.
Well, hey, to the freedom we once had.
On top of stepping into acting, he's also done some work as a musician. Smith Peterson released a song in 2013 called Sandpaper as an independent artist. Currently, Smith Peterson has 2 more acting roles coming up, and we may see more music from him in the future. Clearly, Riley Keough and Ben Smith Peterson are so in love that getting married once just wasn't enough. As Keough wrote for British Vogue, the pair had their first wedding in Nepal in 2015 while they were volunteering to build schools. Because the families they were working with knew that they were about to get married, they offered to throw them a small Hindu wedding. Keough revealed, "In some ways, that wedding was a little more intimate and really special. That wedding, I cried. At my bigger wedding, I was a little nervous. I wasn't as present." However, their second wedding was still special. Friends and family attended the larger wedding in Napa, California to celebrate the couple. Although they kept the ceremony simple, it was a star-studded affair. Keough's famous family members, including Lisa Marie and Priscilla Presley, were in attendance, along with other celebrities like Kristen Stewart, Dakota Johnson, and Cara Delevingne. Talent manager and Elvis's close friend, Jerry Schilling, officiated the wedding, and Keough's father and brother were part of the wedding band. Ben Smith Peterson seems to be constantly expanding his skill set. One of his areas of expertise is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or BJJ, a type of martial art centered on taking your opponent down to subdue or control them. In 2021, Smith Peterson received his black belt in BJJ. This is no small feat, as BJJ takes rigorous training, and earning a black belt typically takes at least 10 years. Riley Keough took to her Instagram to celebrate her husband's accomplishment, posting a photo of him with his newly earned belt with the caption, "Ben got his black belt today in BJJ. He always wanted to get his black belt before he turned 30, and he did it. I'm so proud of you." From the beginning of their relationship, Ben Smith Peterson and Riley Keough weren't afraid to take risks and make bold moves. Case in point, on their third date together, they got matching tattoos. This was after they finished Mad Max reshoots when they were spending time together in Sydney, Australia. Many people consider getting matching tattoos or your partner's name tattooed as bad luck for a relationship. But they did it when they hardly knew each other and didn't even think they had a future. Perhaps they weren't scared to get tattoos because they saw the whole thing as an adventure. In her article for British Vogue, Keough said that after spending the night with him, she realized how special their connection was. She said, "I woke up that morning and was like, I can't leave him. I feel like this is something really special, and it had only been a week." In the end, their spur-of-the-moment tattoos clearly didn't have any negative effect on the relationship. Over the past few years, Riley Keough has experienced two major losses. The first was when her brother, Benjamin Keough, died in 2020. In a heartbreaking Instagram post dedicated to her brother, Keough wrote, "I hope you give me strength to endure the giant hole you've left in my heart. I hope you give me the strength to eat. I can't believe you've left me. Not you, sweet Ben. Anyone but you. I guess this is true heartbreak. I hope we meet again." Then, in January 2023, Keough lost her mother, Lisa Marie Presley, from cardiac arrest. Ben Smith Peterson was by his wife's side to support her through these family tragedies. The couple attended her mother's memorial service in Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee, together. During the service, Smith Peterson read a tribute written by Keough, which the actor likely felt too emotional to deliver herself. Keough sat in the front row while her husband read the words she'd written for her mother. In the speech at Lisa Marie Presley's memorial service, Smith Peterson mentioned his and Riley's daughter.
I hope I can love my daughter the way you loved me.
The whole tribute was heartbreaking, but the line about their daughter caught many's attention because Smith Peterson and Keough had never spoken publicly about having a child. The couple didn't give any further details about their child's age or name. However, a representative for Keough confirmed to People that the couple had a baby girl in 2022. They've chosen to keep their family private and so far decided not to share any photos or further info about their daughter. It's clear to any fans of Riley Keough and Ben Smith Peterson how in love they are. They've been married for 8 years and appear to be just as enamored with each other now as they were at the beginning. Smith Peterson shared a wedding photo on Instagram for their anniversary in 2022. And in the caption, he wrote to his wife, 7 years of rad luck. I love you to the moon and back. 7,000 more years, please. The couple still seems happy to spend as much time together as possible, including at work, and Keough recently confirmed that her husband was on set with her again for Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yeah, they were like, "Do you want Ben to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's hilarious."
Keough stars in the series as Daisy Jones, and she recently revealed to Entertainment Tonight that her husband has a cameo in at least one episode. What made the idea so hilarious to her? Well, it's a pretty intimate scene.
Now, though, you're on set with your husband, simulating intercourse. Was that more or less awkward?
It was more awkward.
Yeah.